Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, today we've got a little slide down or drop down contact form for you. We've got a little icon there with a mail on it. If we hover over it, it's going to drop down to reveal a little contact form there that people can fill out and submit. When we get off of it, it's going to disappear again. Really easy to do. There's no coding involved in this today. We're just using the inbuilt features of the Divi theme itself. So let's get started and I'll show you how it's done. Okay, once the builder's loaded, let's go on down. Let's get rid of this row that we've got here. And we'll start from scratch. Let's go ahead and pop it in between these two, or wherever you want to pop yours, obviously. And I'm going to use a single column. First thing I'm going to do is put in an icon from the new icon module that Divi's just added. And there's an awful lot of them. You can either scroll down and it'll scroll down a long way. You can pop them out by using that little icon there. Or you can just simply do a search. Let's do a search for mail as we're using a contact form. And of course this will work for anything, a notification, whatever you want. Let's use that one for simplicity. There it is right there. Okay, I'm just going to go to the design. I'm going to make it the color that I want it. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Something like that. That's going to work for me. Okay, well, we're done with the little icon bit. Now let's add a little contact form down below. I'm going to hit the little dark button to add a new module. And I'm going to pop in a contact form. And as you can see, if I roll up a little bit, it comes with a little name, address, message right there. You can add new fields right here if you need to. I'm going to keep mine fairly simple today. If you want to give it a title, you can do so here. I'm going to leave mine off for the moment. But good idea to put a success message in, which will pop up when the email is actually sent. Pop in whatever you want there. You can type in what you want your button to say there. And the important part down below is the email address that you want the message to be sent to. Me at myemail.com. You can do redirects if you want to. I'm not going to do anything like that today. You can redirect them to a different page or wherever after they sent the message, but I want them to stay here and just have the little pop-up message sent. There's spam protection there. You can turn it off and on here. And you can use a spam protection service such as Google Capture or something like that. And we've done videos about that in the past. Okay, I don't want a link. I will put it in a background color just to make it our own. Let's use that same blue as we used for the icon there. And let's simply go over and give it a bit of spacing so it's got a bit of room all round. I'm just going to give it 25 pixels all round. Just put in the 25, it'll put in the pixels for you. Hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side. Okay, well, I'm fairly happy with that. Not very exciting. Let's just change the writing color on that button so it stands out a little bit. Here's the button, custom styles. All I'm going to do is just change that to white. There we go, it stands out a little bit better. Okay, what we've got to do now is shrink this column down so we're just seeing the icon, and then when we hover over the column, it's going to pull back to where it was. So we'll go into our row right here, the green tab for a row, green tab for a row, blue tab for a section, and dark for a module. So I'm going to go into the green tab. I'm going to go over to design. I'm going to move this over just a little bit. I'm going to go down to sizing. If we roll down a bit here, we've got height. But if I roll down now, you'll see these come up behind that contact form there. But it's not going to do the job that we want. See, they're disappearing behind there, but our contact form's staying there. So what we need to do before we shrink it down to the size we want initially is go over to the advanced and hide the overflow. So if we go down to visibility, you'll find horizontal and vertical overflow. Let's set them both to hidden. You may think, well, we could just do the vertical, but if you do that, you'll have a little scroll bar on the side. So I'm going to change them both to hidden. Now if we go back and change the size, roll on down, we're in sizing again. Let's pull this down. You'll see as those images come up, it's going to shrink that actual contact form. It's going to disappear because the overflow is hidden, so that's the column. Anything that falls out of the column will not be seen. So pull it up to where you want it, 100 pixels. If that doesn't go down far enough for you, you can just type in whatever value you want. But I think 100 pixels is going to work fine for me. Okay. Now what we want to do, and this is common to most Divi modules, if you hover over the dark writing, you'll see some icons appear. Go to the one you want, height in our case here, and if there's a little arrow there, click on the arrow. We can set a desktop height and a hover height. So desktop, we're happy with it to be that. When we hover over it, we want to bring it back so they see the contact form. So click on the hover and roll this back up till you can see plenty of the form there. That should work perfectly for me. And you can check it on responsive devices by hitting the little mobile phone type icon. Let's just check it on a tablet that it's going to be big enough. Yeah, that's plenty, works on a tablet. And we'll check it on a mobile. Yep, you can see the whole message there, that's fine. So we're happy with that for responsive purposes. Alright. Well, if I go back to the little arrow there with our hover state, let's get rid of the mobile. Roll on down so we can see it. The time that it takes by default to get from this state to this state is 300 milliseconds, which is pretty quick. I mean, if that works for you, fine, just leave it here. But I like to slow it down for a bit of drama. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my advanced. I'm going to go down to transitions. And here we'll find the 300 milliseconds, the default. I'm going to take mine up to about a second. Around there, doesn't matter. You can type in a value, you can use the slider, and you can increment up and down with the little arrows there. Don't want any delay, I want it to happen as soon as they put their mouse over it. Well, in fact, let's have a little bit of delay on this. 50 milliseconds. That way, if they just casually flick over it, nothing's going to happen initially. And the transition speed curve I like for this is ease in, ease out. They're all slightly different. If I click on that, some will work better in certain situations than others, but for my hover effects I tend to use that one, but play with them and see what works for you. Okay, well, let's just check this out. Save that. We'll save our page changes down here. And let's exit the Visual Builder. Roll on down, there's our little icon. And just 50 milliseconds after we roll on it, it's going to show that contact form. And it's taking a second to reveal itself, which is great. And of course, your customers can go in there and fill it out how they wish and go ahead and send it when they're ready. And once you roll off of it, it's going to ease back out again to just show the icon there. That's a nice little feature to have on your site. Let's just check it on responsive devices. I'm using Google Chrome here with the great inspector tools. Most browsers have this, but if yours doesn't, Chrome is a free download. Let's hit F12 to bring up our inspector tools. There's a responsive toggle. And here we are on iPad. Go down. Click on it. And there's our little thing. Obviously people have to tap with an iPad. Tap off of it. It'll disappear again. Tap on it. There we go. Let's have a look on an iPhone or something. And no, I'm not sponsored by Apple. This is just the way these things are up here. Let's have a look at an iPhone SE or something. There it is again. Tap on to open and tap off to close. and there's plenty of room for them to fill out whatever they need to fill out on your form there and send the message. So there you go, guys. There's how to create, let's just get rid of this. There's how to create simple drop-down email form from an icon. Nice little feature to have on your site, really easy to do. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.